Over the years, our family's had its share of health problems.
So prescriptions are a part of our life.
Before we went to the big box store.
We both thought it would help us save. But with the long lines and impersonal service, filling prescriptions became a chore. That's when a friend recommended D&H.
Now Tristan knows our prescriptions. Brenda always helps us find the right vitamins. And after Dad's fall, Monica's been a real expert with all our home medical needs. All without the lines.
Trust and service.
That's our D&H.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, August the 7th. It's good to have you here today. We're going to talk about something that I think is fair to say is going to touch each and every one of our lives at one point or another, and that's Alzheimer's. We have two very special people with us, BRIAN and AMELIA COTTLE. Good to have you here,
Thank
Amelia.
you for having us.
And BRIAN. And BRIAN and I go back a long time because we worked at KOMU together for over 30 years. In fact, BRIAN jumped out of an airplane one time for me. for the old Pepper and Friends show.
Yes.
But BRIAN
I think it got it. I think we did two of them.
Yeah, I think you're right, BRIAN. I think you're right. BRIAN is dealing with Alzheimer's disease right now. And both BRIAN and Amelia are advocates for Alzheimer research. Tell me in your own words, why you two are so vocal about this.
Well, a lot of people don't know about this disease, and there is no cure at all.
Now, BRIAN, you're just 55 years old.
Right.
You were diagnosed with Alzheimer's how long ago?
2 years.
2 years, yeah.
You are still doing many things that you've done in the past, right?
Some, yes.
Yes, but sometimes not so good.
Amelia, I want you to tell me about it.
Well, I think one of the things that BRIAN and I discovered in visiting with people about Alzheimer's disease is people don't understand it. If I said Alzheimer's disease to someone, they immediately think memory loss. But unfortunately, it's not just memory loss. You lose your ability to see well, to hear well. It affects your balance and your gait. It affects so much more because it is the neurological system which runs us that is being affected. So yes, you do lose short-term memory. Yes, you do lose so many things, but you also lose a lot of your physical capabilities as time goes on because of the disease. And that's hard. BRIAN doesn't see as well, and he doesn't hear as well. Now that could be selective hearing, because I am his wife after all.
But a very good wife.
It affects you. It affects your gait, your balance, your ability to distinguish colors and shapes. It is so much more than memory. But if that's what people need to remember, that it's memory, that's great with us. Because our goal is to advocate and educate and agitate for more funding.
So, BRIAN, you've been very outspoken about this.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell anybody, you know.
In your own words, can you describe how this has changed you?
Well, there's a lot of things I cannot do. And there are a lot of things I know I'm never going to get to do. But what I get, I'm going to make the best I'm going to get out of it. And I hope I can go for a long time. It may, you know, maybe today, maybe 50 years ago.
Only God knows.
No, good.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. It's not a good thing.
But you have a very positive attitude, BRIAN. You have a very positive attitude. And that makes a difference, too.
Yes, it does. And I'm going to stay that way. Because, you know, I try to, you know, if it's something that I want and I want to do it, I'm going to try. If I can't, I won't.
Amelia, as an advocate for research, what do you say to somebody listening today who may discover in a week, in a month, in a year, that someone they love very dearly is diagnosed with Alzheimer's? How do you handle that?
One of the things that has meant so much to us is the support groups. And the Greater Missouri Alzheimer's Association, which covers 50-plus counties in Missouri, including Springfield, south of us and north of us, provides such great support. They are there for us every day. Any time we need to call them, we go to support groups. Brian shares his experiences. I share my experiences. It helps you to know that you're not alone.
Right.
And one day, statistically, somebody's going to be that 1 in 6 Americans who are affected by dementia. So really, you don't want to be alone when you go through this, and you want to work to research, and you want to work for funding, and you want to advocate for these things, because if you don't, it's going to keep going, and we need to find a cure, and we need to help the people who help us.
And they will find a cure. They will find a cure someday. Is there anything that you want to add, Brian, that you want to say to people listening or watching?
Well, for people that have Alzheimer's, you know, I hope that the people who don't have it would maybe look into it and so that they know
Try to learn more.
to learn more to
Right.
that, because it will get worse as we go. And I'd really like, you know, to the people to understand what it is.
Well, Brian, I appreciate you and Amelia coming out here today and sharing your experience with us. I appreciate it more than you know. If people want more information, what's the phone number they can call, Amelia?
I did not bring that, but if they will go to the internet and do www.alz.org,
It'll
the
come up.
Alzheimer's Association, and 24/7 phone support and information.
Okay.
Thanks for having us, Paul.
Thank you both
Thank you.
for coming by. Okay? We're out of time for today. Tomorrow we've got a flute performance and benefit for Voluntary Action Center. Our program directed by Travis McMillen of the Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio, Pat Akers from KBIA. Our floor director, Lowell Thomas. And our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mouser. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.